What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. And in today's episode, we will be going over my part 9 of my Road to 100K series. This past month has been pretty rocky. Overall, down 2.23%, around $1,100. So I actually didn't quite make my goal this month of 50 grand so I still have a month left by end of year, but this month I didn't quite make it. I actually lost value after my deposits, so got a little bit humbled there. TFSA took the bigger hit out of all the accounts, down negative 2.8%. A lot of new buys this month, which I'll go over in a bit. My total contributions up to $16,500. Amazon, a bit of a down month. Bird, big down month. Brookfields, I think they were up 2%. C&Q was up 5%. CNR basically flat still. EQ Bank still down. Fortis, they're still doing all right. Google, they won't stop losing. They stop winning, I should say. They had another great month as well. Hammond, they were down quite a bit this month. Loblaw's recovered. My new holding in Palomar, which I'll go over in a bit as well, but bought 16 shares of Palomar, and they're doing quite well so far. They just had a great earnings report, so hopefully in the new year, they'll continue the upswing, especially in their earnings. Rocket Lab, their Neutron rocket they now delayed it to Q1 of 2026, so they took a big hit on their stock price, went from 130% return, or I think it was higher than that actually, but in the one bagger return back down to a 60% return. So I do anticipate once their Neutron rocket is live, or I should say once they become profitable, their stock price will rebound. TD, they did all right. Uber, they had a good quarter. They had a good earnings report, but their stock price still fell. And then Vanguard, nothing new with Vanguard. Yeah, overall, not a great month for the TFSA. Year to date, 22% still, so still been a really good year. And all time 35%. So as for the RSP, no new moves in the RSP. All time 27%, year to date 15.8%, and on the month it was positive on the month, 1.2% gain. But nothing new in the RSP, no new buys or anything, so won't go too much into that. And trading down 19% this month, mostly from my options call. I do have a limit sell in place, but as time gets closer to that January 16th expiry, I don't think it will go swing back positive. So I missed the opportunity to sell, it looks like. So yeah, this account really isn't something I'm really too worried about. It's kind of more just screwing around, if I'm honest. But I did open a new account with Wealthsimple Gold, and they're physically backed gold. I was looking to get into gold as is, and it just kind of worked out that Wealthsimple released this, where they physically hold the gold in their vaults. So I put around $1,000 in that, and on Friday, so it's a really new position. Some people like crypto. I've never really been a big fan of crypto, so as a way of diversifying out of stocks, I plan on holding around 5 to 10% of my total Wealthsimple portfolio in gold or alternative assets for that matter. So I don't want to entirely be 100% in stocks, but I'm also not a big bond guy and I'm not a big crypto guy. So I think with physically backed gold, it was kind of my opportunity to get into different types of assets. So for the buys and sells this month, 10 shares of Palomar at 113, and then another 6 shares at 128. I do look forward to what this stock brings to my portfolio. Uber, 9 shares I bought on the dip at 83.52. And then with money left over, I bought 1 share of Brookfield at $62. Gold, again, my relatively new position, 0.16 ounces at $5,923. And sells, I sold out of HXQ completely, 11.8 shares, 32% return, around $285. Completed trades in the gambling account. I think that's what I'll call it from now on because it's basically just gambling. ASST, one contract, $6 gain, 66% return. GPUs did miss the sell opportunity. So 35 shares with a $4.84 loss, around negative 37% return. And GTE, I hit a stop loss at 6 shares with 36-cent loss. So I didn't bother calculating the percentage on that because it hit a stop loss that I set. So dividends, 410 from VDY and 646 from Bird, 1056 total, small month. Top performers, Google, 13.76%. They just are on an absolute tear since the antitrust laws got resolved. Loblaws, great month, 11.23%. I was kind of bummed though because I was just about to buy it and load up, but that's the way it is. Palomar, so far so good, 10.51% return. And worst performers, Rocket Lab, no surprise, negative 32%. Hammond Power Solutions, negative 18.9%. And Bird, negative 12%. Bird is, I do expect 2026 to be a better year for them. They do have record amount of backlog, so around $10 billion in backlog that they have waiting to execute on. So once kind of economic sentiment shifts with their contracts and with their customers, I do expect them to have great quarters in 2026. So do look forward to that. So overall, not a good month in the markets. Not every month will be a good month though. Overall, this year it's been a really incredible year. So a poor month really isn't concerning to me. With my deposits, I should still be able to hit my goal in December. That will be uncertain though of how much I will be able to deposit. Obviously, I'm doing a lot of Christmas shopping. I want to treat my family really good this year with how fortunate I've been. Just as a whole, I want to give back a little bit. So I will be spending a little bit on gifts, or not a little bit, but I will be spending a decent amount on gifts. Want to treat them good, so don't know what deposits will look like, and as well, tire season is slowing down. Even this past couple weeks have been really slow, which has kind of been shocking, but we haven't really been getting much snow, and with how expensive everything is, it makes sense that people aren't booking to get their car fixed. So, like I said, one bad month isn't really too worrisome for me, even after all that stuff in April. It really just, when you're investing long term, it doesn't make a dent. Like we've come even so far from the April dips that like it's almost forgettable at this point. So a few months from now, this will be another forgettable month and it won't be anything to worry about. December should be interesting though. The Canadian GDP rose at 2.5, something like that percent, compared to estimates of like 0.5%. And as well, Black Friday spending in the US rose 3% year over year. So December should be an interesting month, especially with the Fed rate cut announcement, I think on Monday. Yeah, that'll be it for today. Thanks everyone for following along this journey this year. So far, this will be the last monthly update. I think for December, I do plan on doing just a full year update instead of just a monthly update. But yeah, thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe to follow along my journey, and I'll see you in the next one.